Let's talk about how an estate planning does what it does to get your stuff where you intend it and why. So here's how it goes. It helps you manage your children's inheritance. You're able to decide who gets what, how they get it. You're able to control for maybe one of your kids or one of your grandkids that has a tendency to spend too quickly, to maybe not make wise choices financially. You're able to set up a plan in advance for them so that it doesn't end up being a hindrance to them. If I have kids, can I just put one of them on the account and tell them to share it with the others?
You could, but that is a potentially dangerous estate plan because once you put someone on your account, they become an owner with you. So all of life's problems that person has can affect your account. If you put your daughter on your account and she gets divorced, that could bring your account into that divorce. Or if she's in a car accident and gets sued and loses the lawsuit, that lawsuit plaintiff could try to garnish your account. Even if those things don't happen, if you just put one of your children on an account and tell them to give it to the other ones, they're not necessarily legally obligated to do that. So
let's talk about challenges that families can face if they don't have an estate plan.
When mom and dad age, if there's not a plan, there's no clear path of who's going to take care of them, who's going to make medical decisions, who has the authority to pay their bills. So there's not a plan. In those situations, it's going to be a more confusing process, a process that takes longer and costs more than if there had been an estate plan in place.
If you're concerned about one of your children getting a divorce, I call it the in-laws becoming the outlaws, you're able to control with a proper estate plan. There are provisions where you're able to control how your assets are set aside for your own bloodline. If one of your children or grandchildren becomes disabled, in your estate plan, you're also able to set up a provision where they are able to qualify for those benefits that they're receiving or might receive in the future to set those assets aside so that they do not count towards other things. This is a tough one. If you have a child that has an addiction or some personal challenges, whether it be drugs or alcohol or gambling, you're able to set up provisions in your estate plan to be sure that it's managed on their behalf for their benefit so it doesn't become a hindrance to them. Here's one that you would never ever, you come across these every once in a while, but a child passes away, making sure that your children's stuff stays in their respective bloodline, because what if the son-in-law or daughter-in-law remarries, it becomes their assets and then it would go to their respective bloodline. You can set it up in advance so it goes where you expect it to go and where you want it to go. If you're younger, for younger children, you're able to appoint a guardian to be able to that's the person that actually acts on your behalf, that takes care of the children physically, and also a trustee to be able to manage their affairs financially as long as they're a minor, as long as they are under the age of 18.